What's about to happen?
We are at the press conference, just everything getting sorted before the athletes come out. Should be interesting. Hopefully they keep themselves to themselves and it's just a nice, fun, diplomatic conversation.
Who have we been joined by, Laurence?
Joined me with Mr. Slender Terry Hollands over here, getting the guns out.
Brits abroad, Terry.
Yeah, I am going for the full holiday look. Hawaiian shirt and chinos. I did wear shoes though, I could have gone with sandals.
To be honest, I've got the flip-flops on, so I can't really say anything. But, you know, it's hot.
Martin looks more holiday than me.
Martin always looks like this, though.
What's that? Like what?
You look like you're burnt before you've even been out in the sun.
Yeah, I know. I had 2 minutes in the sun earlier. I had to get off me sun lounger for a drink, and then I got burnt. So
do you have a horse in this race, Terry, or are you just here for fun?
I'm here for the joy of it. I mean, I would say I'm more in Eddie's corner. Obviously, you've got to back the Brits, but I'm just here for the spectacle and the enjoyment of the whole event. And everything that comes around it, I think it'll be good fun.
It's going to be fun today. The Irish that are out there for the weigh-ins, it's going to be mental.
Yeah. I'm just hoping there's not a fight tonight because I don't really want to get involved. I have to try and stop anything.
Do you think these security guys are going to stop much if it kicks off?
No.
I think they look worried.
They do genuinely look scared.
Yeah. I mean, if like Eddie or Thor, I know they both lost a bit of weight, but if they genuinely didn't want to be stopped by someone, you'd find it quite hard to stop them.
I wouldn't want to get hit by either of them.
No, or try and restrain them either.
No, they're big, powerful men.
To be fair, boys, there was a time when I used to think I might have to get in between you two.
You two are love and peace.
We're all about love and peace.
I was talking to Martin earlier about if me and Terry had a fight, but how bad would we both be at selling that fight? It would be like the worst build up to a fight
I just don't have any anger in me anymore. It's just gone, like nothing. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'm not very good at either, to be fair. But, you know.
It's all good. Yeah.
The most underhyped fight in history.
I'd just be sitting there being nice to each other.
Lots is great. Yeah. Oh, Terry was a brilliant deadlifter.
Yeah, being all the diplomatic sportsmen, that's what it'd be. It'd be boring as hell.
The one thing I do regret is that we didn't win that fucking team call.
Yeah.
We should have won.
Definitely should have won that.
Twice we came second.
Is it too late?
Is it too late? Yeah, it's fucking too late. We wouldn't come second now.
No. I'm old and broken, and Loz is not quite
Old
as
and
old,
broken.
but broken.
Definitely broken.
My name is Cody Momarks. For simplicity, I go by Big Mo. I'll be serving as your in-ring announcer Saturday evening, but tonight I'll be mediating this press conference as well as the weigh-ins that will be coming at the conclusion of this press conference. Well, we're here. After multiple years in the making, stemming from a rivalry that goes back even longer, we finally see these two gentlemen, to my left and to my right, settle their beef disagreements inside a boxing ring. Saturday, March 19th, live from the Dubai Duty Free Tennis Stadium, we will see half Thor, the Mountain Bjornsson, squaring off against Eddie the Beast Hall. Live and free on Segi TV, our proud broadcast partner. Before we begin, I'd like to thank our sponsors tonight, Rain Total Body Fuel, The Beard Struggle, Bahuman, and Rogue Fitness. I'd also like to thank the Jumeirah Creekside Hotel for hosting this press conference, and also I'd like to thank the Irish Village for hosting the weigh-ins coming right after. On Saturday, coverage will begin for the fight at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States and 8:30 p.m. in the UK. For this, the Titan belt, the biggest championship belt for the biggest, the heaviest, the strongest boxing match in human history. We're going to be taking questions for this press conference from those from the press that have joined us here in person, as well as those members of the press that have joined us virtually via Zoom. We'll begin first with the questions from the press. But before we get to that, Half Thor, Eddie, we request, per the venue, that you stay respectful. Please limit cursing and swearing, and ultimately we will allow you to settle that inside the ring on Saturday. Before we start taking questions, we're going to allow both these gentlemen, who are joined as well by their coaches. Thor is joined by his coach, Billy Nelson, and Eddie is joined by his coach, Lyndon Newbin. We're first going to allow Thor, I'll allow you to go first. Any opening comments?
I would like to thank everyone, especially my team here on the right hand side for coming and supporting me. I love you guys are amazing. And everyone else that came out here to show the even support. Yeah, thank you so much guys. I'm excited, I'm ready, and I cannot wait for Saturday.
Mr. Hall, same to you. Opening comments, sir.
What was I, sorry?
Any opening comments?
I was 4 have actually turned up. Just not waxing his vagina. That's what I need to turn on, mate. No opening comments. Let's just get this done. I want to go and chill and get some sunbathing done today.
With that being said, we'll allow members of the press to ask a question, please. If you ask the question, please let us know who you are, media outlet that you're representing. We have microphones on each half of the room. We'll actually go first with a question from Zoom. It's a question from the Daily Mirror for Eddie. Eddie, your opinions, what do you make of Thor's 3 exhibition boxing bouts that he's had so far?
Well, I know for a fact the first 2 exhibitions were rigged. The fighters weren't actually allowed to knock him out or hurt him, so you can't really call them fights. And his 3rd fight was against a 50-year-old man who had 5 weeks training, so as I say, well done mate. You knocked out a 50-year-old guy who had basically 2 days of prep, so congratulations.
Thor on the opposition, also from the Daily Mirror. What are your opinions on the sparring footage that you've seen of Eddie?
I'm going to try to keep this professional and respectful. He has a saw next to him. So
Thank you, I appreciate that.
it is what it is. I wasn't super impressed, to be honest. That's it.
Questions from the press here? Anyone here?
From Boohoo Man. How are you feeling going into the fight, Eddie? Any concerns?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good. No concerns at all. I've got all my prep down. No stone unturned from me. As I say, I'm not going to sit here and make a single excuse, win, draw or lose, whatever happens, I'm going to give it my all. My prep has been phenomenal. Like I did for World's Strongest Man, I gave 100% to this. As I said, I attacked my bicep, but honestly, it was a little blip in my training. It was like having the shits for a week, and I was back training the week after. So there's going to be no excuses from my behalf. It's going to be a win, in my opinion, and good luck to Thor.
Question from Beast Foods. What are your fight predictions? Gentlemen, Eddie first.
What are the fight predictions?
What are your fight predictions? I'm asking both, but
Oh, okay.
easily.
Well, I mean, obviously, I think I'm going to win. In all honesty, I'm pretty certain it's going to end very quickly. But I am prepared to go to 6 rounds if needs be. I have been doing 10 rounds in boxing with professional fighters, and holding my own is what I will say. I'm not going to shame anybody. I've been holding my own with some good professional boxers.
Thor?
I'm going to outbox him. I'm going to show people my technique, my skills, and simply just outbox him. I don't care if it's a finish, knockout, if his corner throws in the towel, or if we go the 6 rounds, I'll win.
We have another question from the Daily Mirror. They're asking Eddie how you feel with the illness and the weight loss. You mentioned earlier, but is it affecting you anymore going into this fight?
No, I would say 3 weeks ago, this will probably be a surprise for a lot of people, and again, it's not an excuse. I came down with COVID 3 weeks ago, and you can hear it on my chest now, and I'm not using it as an excuse. I'm coming into this fight all guns blazing, so if I lose this fight, it won't be used as an excuse. So, what's the word? What's the right fucking word?
Opinion?
No. I was going to say
Philosophy?
something nasty, but as I say, my son's here. No, I'm just confident. That's all I'll say.
To Thor, next, from the Daily Mirror. They're asking if you feel that you'll be able to put this rivalry behind you and shake hands with Eddie when the fight concludes, regardless of how it ends.
It's funny how people keep mentioning shaking hands. I'm going to go deeper into that, but yes, I will. I will shake his hand and I will move on.
I'm excited to that.
Yeah,
Thor?
same to you.
Thor, what you did to me in 2017, I forgive you. This is it. I'm gonna, whatever happens on Saturday, I forgive you. Okay? So there's no need for an apology. You stepping in the ring with me is your apology, so thanks for apologising. I forgive you.
Well, you want to answer that? Did you accept your apology? No. I've got one. Obviously, that's a lovely belt on the table there. It's a question for both Andrew McCart for TV. Lovely belt on the table there. Have you stopped beyond this fight? Is this a one-off fight for the two of you? That's it done, or you ever thought about having maybe another one?
I might do more. I'm actually enjoying this boxing journey, and I'm really seeing some progress, and so I might, if the opportunity is there. Obviously, I'm just focused on Eddie right now, but after the match, I might look into other opportunities. We'll see.
Well, I thought we were going to have a rematch, but Thor has been asked to do a rematch and he's ducked the question several times, so it looks like there's going to be no rematch after this. I was willing to do one. But yeah, there's a talks for another fight for myself in July. I'm not going to name names. The promoter can do that for himself, but it's going to be another big fight. So there's going to be another big fight in July on my behalf. Already one lined up.
No rematch clause in the contract now?
I don't think there is, but he's too pussy to do it.
I think actually there is a rematch clause in the contract, and if he wants the rematch, sure, I'll knock him out twice.
Well, okay, you ducked the question several times, but you're talking the bulls now.
If you want the rematch, I'll knock you out twice, no problem.
I would love a rematch for, but I don't think you're worth it, mate. You won't want a rematch, let's put it that way.
Yes.
Jack from the site. I was watching the documentary of you two in your Strongman days, and it looked like there was quite a bit of mutual respect between the two of you. You would embrace after competitions. How did it get to this point where there's genuine bitterness between you? And did you ever think back in those days that it could get to this point where you feel like this to each other?
Before World's Strongest Man 2017, me and Thor were good friends, and then something happened. I'll let Thor tell the story.
I think everyone can search what happens. It's everywhere on his social media. There's no need to explain that here. The people here have heard it. Most of you guys watching have heard it. And it's a one-sided documentary that he made with his team. Only posted on his social media. I'm not going to go into details. Yes, he goes into details there with the Viking press, which wasn't the issue there. The biggest issue was the friendship between him and Colin Bryce, and the way Colin Bryce allowed him to pick events for that show, the way Colin decided to change event last minute. If you look back in 2017, you can clearly see in the heats. There was a loading race and a drag, and Eddie Hall does quite poorly in that event. Of course, his mate, his best buddy Colin Bryce, is gonna do some favors, and he changes one of the events in the finals. He takes out the drag event because Eddie did so poorly in that event. He almost placed last in the qualifiers. If that would have been in the finals, he would have definitely placed last in that event, which would have mean there's no way of him winning. This is just one example. I can go into further details, but
Okay.
I won't.
I want to hear it. Any more bullshit? Come on. Can I just say, Thor, Europe's Strongest Man 5 weeks before, tire flip and drag, I came second. I'd have beat everyone. I'd have come probably another 2 places if they put the drag in. And I'm so glad you've come out and publicly said something for something. You've actually just publicly slandered me and Colin Bryce. So our lawyers will now be in touch.
If people are
Public slander. We set up events. Wow, that's a big one.
You guys come ahead. Sure.
My lawyers will be in touch, mate. Don't you worry. This pride money is going
I
to
have a lot
get
in
pulled
my
in.
belt. I have a lot in my belt.
You have what?
I have a lot. I can actually show stuff.
You have a lot of what? Show it. Show it. What a pussy thing to say. You've got 5 years. If you had any proof, you'd show it. You lying little boy. My lawyers will be in touch. And Collins. Slander. Setting up events to win. What a slanderous thing to say.
You've been lying for the past 5 years, Eddie, and everyone knows it. Everyone.
Your $1 million is going to get paid to me for slanders. Thanks for publicly saying that. Well done.
You're weak.
You're poor.
We've got another question via Zoom. Obviously, we've been bringing up both of your previous World's Strongest Man events and various strongman efforts. We're joined here by a lot of your fellow competitors, and they're going to be ringside. You've gotten a lot of support from that community. Question for both of you. How has the strongman community been involved with this? Are you excited to fight in front of them?
Yeah, I'm excited. I think the majority of the strongman community is behind me. I can openly say that. Everyone sees Thor's behaviour at World's Strongest Man. All the competitors have seen his behaviour at World's Strongest Man in 2017, and we've seen more behaviour in 2018 of it in unsportsmanship behaviour. He doesn't belong in sport. He's not a sportsman. He doesn't respect any other athlete. So I think the majority of the strongmen are behind me for that reason, just because you're a bad sportsman.
I want to bring the two coaches in, obviously boxing men, I'll bring us back to boxing. Billy Nelson, I know you quite well. I don't know you very well, so please forgive me, but we know, Billy, you've been in the sport long enough, I'm sure you have as well, that when two fighters have this animosity between each other, after the fight, there's always that respect. They do always embrace, they always shake hands. Do you believe that your two fighters will, at the end of the 6 rounds, if it goes to 6 rounds, embrace, shake hands properly? Because a fight can change a man's mentality once you share a ring with a man, especially in front of people as well. Billy?
Well, I mean, you'd like to think that at the end of the fight, we will be sportsmen, and I will shake Lyndon's hand, I'll shake Eddie's hand, and I'm sure Thor will shake Eddie's hand. There's a lot of issues here. I mean, I didn't know who either men were last year, but when it comes to this fight, I can put my hand in my heart and say I've trained many champions, and in the short space that I've trained Thor, he's improved as much as any professional that I've ever trained. And I can openly say it and look you straight in the eye and say you're in a world of trouble on Saturday. A world of trouble.
Can I speak on your behalf, Lyndon? Bill and Nelson, well done for whoever you've trained in the past. Congratulations. I think what you've done with Thor is the old donkey and the racehorse story. Is what you've done is you've put a donkey in with racehorses, and what happens is that donkey spends all his time with good racehorses, and over time he thinks he's a racehorse. He's in that field, he's eating with him, he's training with him, he thinks he's a racehorse. But come race day, still a fucking donkey.
Well, here's one I'd like you to answer me, Eddie, right? I know you said the other day you've been sparring professional boxers. I know who you've been sparring, because people that you've been sparring with, you've asked my friend for these people to come down and spar with you. Name 2 professionals that you claimed that you got the better of.
I'm not here to shame anyone, they can come and speak for themselves. I'm not about putting people down and saying I beat anyone. Sparring and fighting are 2 different things. But I can tell you, Lyndon, let's just shake your head on that, mate. I put some boxers to shame. I'm not going to name names because that's wrong. You don't shame boxers publicly.
I find that hard to believe, I do, genuinely.
Good. I'm glad you do, because you both like joking yourself.
No, I'm not joking, I know what I'm talking about. There's nobody in this room more experienced than you in boxing.
Okay, keep training your donkey.
Donkeys don't get WBO world title belts, mate.
A donkey's still a donkey, mate. A spade's still a spade.
I'm afraid this donkey's going to get put down on Saturday.
Yeah, your donkey is going to get put down on Saturday. Fucking plonker. Oh, God.
Coach Newman, any remarks from you, sir?
The original question.
Sorry.
Back to the original question. I would hope that they could both be sportsmen and shake hands after. I know that Eddie will. I hope that Thor will.
Too nice.
Looks like we got another question here for the coaches. Again, to both of you. Warming up for this camp, getting ready for this fight, was there any focus in specific with each of your respective fighters that you were really trying to focus on? Any area of their game? Not necessarily trying to get game plan or what you're looking to do in this fight, but anything you were surprised with or working on?
I mean, the obvious thing will be the height and reach, perhaps a height advantage. So we've worked on, just closing that down. So that's been some of the focus on our training.
We've basically been working on technique, using a great jab. But we're going to make a game plan. We've worked on most things, and the best head to hold it turns up Saturday. That's who we're home turns up Saturday. Because they're going to get the best, the very best of Arthur Bjornsson.
Billy, you say you know boxers. I know more boxers than you, I think, in the circuit.
How can you say that?
Shut up.
How can you say that?
And everyone that's been up to Thor's gym, I've got feedback, and all you're doing is throwing a jab and a backhand. Keep throwing that jab, 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 boom, backhand. Honestly, mate, that's the game plan. You've seen it in the last 3 fights, and I've heard it from all the people that have been up to your gym. So you can talk about your donkey all day.
I'm
Still a donkey.
I'm glad you believe that.
No, I do believe that.
But
I've heard it.
you'll see.
I've heard it from their mouths.
You will see.
Okay.
You will see.
Okay.
I've got a daughter that's got better technique than you.
Okay. It's not about technique, mate. This is a fight. This is me.
Of course, it's about technique. That's your downfall.
You've
That's
taught
what's
him
going
to
to let
be.
you down. That's what's going to let. That's why you don't understand boxing.
You've taught him to box. He's not going to have a boxing career.
He'll box you. He'll fight. He'll do anything he wants to do with you.
We'll see. We'll see.
He'll turn you upside down.
He's going to fall on his arse.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, mate.
There's only one way out of this, Eddie. You're going down, mate.
Yeah, okay, mate.
And by the way, I don't like disrespecting you, and I try not to. I respect you for what you've done in your sport. You're an athlete as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
But Saturday night is our night, I'm afraid.
Okay, mate.
Lads, I've had the pleasure of speaking with you both quite a lot recently. Thank you to you both, and good luck to you both. This is a boxing match, ultimately, and there is going to be a referee there. So, if you are separated, and therefore this fight is prolonged to the extent that you can't just knock one another out in a brawl, as you both like to, you both claim that the other man is cardiovascularly unfit. Thor, you've called Eddie fat. Eddie, you told me that Thor looks ill. Who is right? Who is actually fitter? And who's got the most stamina? Because I'm confused.
You can ask my wife about stamina. She'll tell you. Speak up, babe. How good's my stamina? Out of 10. She just put 10 hands up. So.
No?
We'll see on Saturday. He likes to talk, brag. Brag about his sex life next to his son. Disgusting. We'll see on Saturday.
I was talking about wrestling. What were you on about? What do you think we were on about, Max? We're on about wrestling.
Yeah.
We'll go to another question here. This question is asking about what it's going to be like in front of a crowd, in front of a live crowd. Obviously, training in a gym or some of the exhibitions that you had were during the COVID time. Are you guys excited to fight in front of a live audience? Do you think that it's going to affect you adversely in any way?
I've fought in front of audiences, as I say, we've just done closed doors. I've not been an idiot and showed my fighting skills. because I'm not that stupid. But yeah, fighting in front of the crowd is good fun, and I'm looking forward to Saturday. It's going to be a full arena, loads of Irish there, the Irish Paddy Power, so I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a great atmosphere, and I'm going to have a great time.
With the crowd, with our crowd, doesn't matter. I'm going to perform anyway. I competed before with the crowd, and you know, these people here, they motivate me to do even better. So if there's anything, I'm going to perform better with these guys here.
Can I get a clap? Thank you.
You have to ask for it.
Yeah, but the clapping's only coming from your side, you sad bastards.
All right, we've got another question here. Asking if you two can control yourselves for the next couple days, especially because coming up, we're gonna have a face-off. We're gonna weigh in, you guys will get face-to-face with a respectable distance, as a request, please. After that face-off, are you guys gonna be able to hold it together for a couple days until the bell rings Saturday night?
Hey man, as long as those lines are drawn and we stand on those lines and we can do the face-off with respect, we can just walk away, so I can come back and relax, sunbathe, and I'll just be chilling until the fight. If he crosses that line, as he well knows the other day, we'll have it out on the street if he wants to. I say I don't care about the money, put the money in the bin. If he wants to fight, I'll fight him anywhere, anytime.
Yeah, give it the money away, man. Prove it. Don't just talk shit.
Well, at least I'm willing to do it. Someone's not confident enough to put the money on the line.
Day, you were the one that lost it. You were the one spitting at me and hitting doors and whatever, you know.
You got in the face and then you shat yourself. No one was holding you back.
I shot myself?
Yeah, you wouldn't come outside.
Okay,
you shat yourself.
Okay, you say whatever you want to say.
Video footage is there.
Okay,
you shat yourself.
Okay,
I was stood outside waiting for you, and you were stood there going, "Come on then, come on then, pussy."
How many backward steps did you take? If you want to fight me, step forward.
Yeah, I stepped outside. You didn't follow me because you're a pussy.
Forward.
I'll step forward, mate. If you want to fucking go right now, I'll step up and fucking do it.
You don't know.
You want to go now?
Gentlemen,
I don't give a
please.
fuck about the money.
Gentlemen.
Pussy.
Gentlemen.
Stop stepping back. No one's holding you back. I'm stepping back. Hey, stop holding me back. Stop holding me back. Stop holding me back. You fucking fanny. Fuck your vagina. Fuck you. Fuck you, fake fuck. Look at you, you scared little boy. You scared little boy. You're a child.
Gentlemen, please.
Sorry, the child here saying, "Hey, let's fight now."
Yeah, because I didn't care. You're talking the hard man.
You're fucking son now. You fucking
You're a
asshole.
typical bully. Your whole life. Eddie, tell you what.
Please.
Families are here. Your whole life. Everyone's scared of you. But as soon as someone stands up to you, you shit yourself.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Grab a chair, boys.
You're pathetic. You're pathetic.
We'll settle that
Let's
right.
fight now. With your son, you fucking idiot.
My son doesn't care. He thinks you're a fucking knobhead. Tell me. Quiet your mum down as well.
Don't ever fucking talk to my mom, you fucking asshole. I'll knock you out.
What?
You fucking control your fight there. Don't talk to my fucking mom! Never!
What is poetry?
What the fuck are you?
Right, I think this interview's over because Thor can't control himself. I'll see you Saturday. See you Saturday, mate. I'll see you Saturday. I'll see you at the weigh-in if you're willing to turn up and not lose your temper.
Eddie did that wall, also disrespect to 2017 performance.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this press conference has come to a conclusion. We will be having the weigh-ins. We will see you at the Irish Village. Thank you all that tuned in digitally. Gentlemen.
What the fuck?
It's okay, mate. You're a big idiot. Eh? You're a nasty man who can't control his temper. You don't see me doing that at home, do you?
No.
No. Can you imagine him doing that at home?
Yeah.